Hello and welcome to codeandpractice.com. In this tutorial you will learn how to get input from the user. Now to get input from the user we are going to require the help of a class called the scanner class, and we need to tell Java that we are going to require the services of that class, and to do that we write the command import java.util.scanner and then a semicolon. Now what this command basically does is that it searches for the scanner class wherever it is, and it links it to this this code that we are writing over here. So we can use the scanner class to get input from the user. Keep in mind that the import statement should be the first line in your code before the main class. So now that we have the scanner class imported, let's first make an object of the scanner class, and to do that we say scanner, then we give it some variable name, and that equals to new scanner, and then opening and closing parenthesis followed by a semicolon. Now what we have done is that we have just created an object of the scanner class. So scanner is the name of the class, and that is the same over here, and then sc is the variable name that we have given to handle the object, to do manipulations with the object. So we have the sc is the variable name, and then we have the new keyword. Now what this does is allocate memory to the object, and then at the end we have opening and closing parenthesis. We'll talk about classes and objects later on. Right now you just need to know that this is the format of creating a scanner. Also we need to tell the scanner that we wish to scan, or we wish to get input from the keyboard. Now in normal programming, this keyboard is the standard input device, so we need to tell it that get input from the standard input device, and the way we do that is we write system.in. The system S is capital, so system.in. So here we are specifying that get input from the keyboard. So now that we have that, we will also require an integer variable which will store the input. So just make an integer variable int I, and now what we need to do is take input from the keyboard and store it into I. So to do that we say I equals sc dot next int, and the I of the int is capital. Remember that capitalization is important, and make sure that you know where it is capital and where it is small. So what this method will do is scan the keyboard input and give you the integer variable that you have entered. So to make sure that we have something, that we have scanned something and it is actually inside I, let's just output I. So we know how to do that. So system.out.println I, so this will print out I on the screen, and if it has correctly scanned what we have typed, it will output that out. So let's save this and let's compile our file. And it has compiled. Let's run this, and as you can see that nothing happens, but actually something has happened. The first line in our program was scan, make an object of the scanner class, so it has made that object. Then the second line was that make an integer variable, and it has done that as well. And the third line was scan an integer, and what this means is get the input from the user. So we have not supplied anything, so that's why it's waiting. So let's just give it an integer variable 100, and let's press enter, and by pressing enter we mean that we have completed our input, and now it can scan this, and it outputs 100 again, and then the program ends. So what has happened is that this scanned the 100 that we have typed over here, and it kept it in the I variable, and then the system.out.println statement outputted that I on the screen. So that's how we have done that. And you can also made a program that would store or that would scan doubles or that could scan floats. To do that, all you need to do is change the data type over here to double, and also change the name over here to double with a capital D. Save that, and compile that again, run that again, and as you can see now, we can get double variables as well. So that's all there is to scanning from the user. And you can also have scan float, scan short, you can scan characters as well. So that's up to you to experiment, and that's it for now, and thank you for viewing.